Is the sound of war in southern Israel. Gaza terrorists launched some 400 rockets at Israel. The Iron Dome anti-rocket system struck down about 100. Some fell inside populated areas. This is a building in Ashkelon that took a direct hit from one of the rockets fired out of Gaza about 12 miles to the south. You can see the walls that had been blown out. You can see this is the kitchen. You can see cookies in the cupboards. You can see the damage that had because of the rocket. A man in his 40s died because of this. 2 women were seriously injured. And this is just one of the hundreds of rockets that have been fired out of Gaza into Israel in the past 24 hours. First responders removed the man's body from the rubble. The barrage puts Israelis on edge. Biton Mamon lives next door.
The feeling is very bad. I have a father who is old, he's 19 years old, and he was terrible. Last night he was panic.
Israel police spokesman Mickey Rosenfeld said there are about 1 million Israelis affected by this current round of violence.
Well, the message to the public is to stay safe. When the sirens go off, there are 15 seconds or 30 seconds or 45 seconds to take cover.
The IDF responded by attacking some 150 Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad military targets in Gaza, including a Hamas television station and governmental structures.
I think we're in a difficult period at the moment. It could be 24 hours, 48 hours. It will pass. The IDF is doing everything they can. The Israeli National Police are protecting the civilians within inside the populated areas, within inside all the cities in the south.
The U.S. led the condemnation of the rocket barrages against Israel. Jason Greenblatt tweeted, Israel is forced once again into military action to defend its citizens. We stand with Israel as it defends itself against these attacks. As Israel teeters on the brink of war, Mamon said if it was up to him, he'd know what to do.
Tell Trump to tell Bibi and Lieberman to work to finish this area, Gaza. That's it. They don't want to live in peace. They choose blood.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Ashkelon, Israel.
Eye-opening words, Pat.
You know, what does it say in the Bible? Wisdom is justified by its children. And leaders make dumb mistakes, and then their citizens ultimately have to pay for it. Ariel Sharon, was a friend of mine, or he's still alive, but he was very gracious. We got to know him. But he decided that he was going to make a gesture toward the Palestinians, and he was going to pull out of Gaza. They had a number of Israeli settlers in there, a population that was, the theory was to populate the West Bank with Jews and Israelis, and therefore, you know, keep the population from warfare. So, but he pulled them out, and they were literally forced at gunpoint away from their homes. They were driven out, the Israeli, to their own citizens. And they left Gaza to the Palestinians. What happened to the Palestinians? Hamas took over, a radical group. And now they're in Gaza. And why would they want to do what they're doing? Well, they're radicals. They want to fight. That's their MO. And so, DNA, I should say. And so they want to have fights. So they launch all these rockets against Israel. Well, Israel can't stand that. So what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to send their troops in and literally take back Gaza. If they don't do it, they're going to have a sore spot over and over and over again. So all I can say is they'd better get ready for war, because that's what's going to happen. They can roll over Gaza without a whole lot of problem. I don't think it's going to be any problem. And they need to secure it again. But the fact that they had all those settlements, all those people had businesses and farms and everything taken out of all of them. And it was a tragic, tragic mistake of leadership. I just mentioned about what happened to the Republican Party and how they lost out on this last election. This is how the Israelis have lost out in Gaza.